So, I may or may not have said that I would only be doing 3 commentaries before coming back from Italy on the 1st, uh, 4th, and 7th, but today is actually the last run before I go to Italy, and I just ended up deciding, like, I don't know, I just want to do a commentary on it. Even though I felt like the other ones I did were pretty lackluster and, whatnot. They were just pretty fun. I don't know, just being able to yap and just say what's on my mind. And commentaries are fun. So I figured for my last day, oh, is that a temple that I like barely saw? Is it unrendered, or am I just tripping? I'm probably just tripping. This is probably like the dumbest decision I could possibly make to go this way. I'm not gonna lie. Um, But just to give some context, oh, it is. This why I don't know why I'm doing this instead of going to the ocean. It just kind of seems fun. But I am very tired right now, unfortunately. So the last run I did, the run 1164, was actually done on Friday. I'm leaving Tuesday morning, and then this one is oh my gosh. If this turns into AA, then I literally just have to leave it for when I get back from Italy, which is like funny. But um the last run was on Friday, and then this run is on Monday morning, just because I've had a lot of stuff to do the last couple days. I literally just finished like packing now about 10 minutes ago, and like besides that I've just had a bunch of stuff for documentation and prepping to leave, so I just haven't really had time to do the practice run. So but what that means is that basically this run is happening less than 24 hours before I at least should be, assuming no delays, I should be on my flight, um which is pretty cool. uh But yeah, because of that, because of my flight being at like 4 a.m., or at least I have to leave at 4 a.m. to be at the airport, what I decided to do was just stay up all night on Sunday, and I I'm like really feeling the tiredness as I'm saying all this, but um basically I wanted to be able to like call my friends one last time before I go. And to do that, I figured the easiest way would just be to stay up all night, sleep midday on Monday. So like right after this run, I am just going immediately to bed. And then I'll be getting up like after dinner and calling my friends for the evening, so that I can, have one last call with them before I leave. And that just kind of works out the best because we almost always call like after dinner in the evening, so it just makes sense to do this. And also it kind of, I'm hoping it'll somewhat help with reducing jet lag. I mean, it sounds like ridiculous to stay up all night right before a trip, but because of the time change, I think this may actually be like a crazy strat. I mean, who knows? This could just be like the worst decision I've ever made, and I'm gonna be miserable and super sleep deprived, but we shall see. But yeah, um, I'm definitely, honestly, one of the most frustrating things is that until like really a couple days ago, I didn't realize like how bad the situation would be when it comes to calling my friends and stuff. I kind of just thought like, oh, I'll obviously be able to call less and especially play less just because I'll be doing a lot of stuff. But like, I kind of forgot to even think about the fact that uh, there would be this super big time change. Because I'm going to be 9 hours ahead. So like, and since me and my friends pretty much call at night, like after 6, um, and Italy, that's gonna be like literally 3 a.m. So the odds I'm gonna be able to like actually call is gonna be pretty low for the most part, which really sucks and honestly is the thing that I'm least looking forward to. Like obviously I have a lot of concerns about how I'm gonna do in terms of fitting in with the culture and like all of that stuff, but I mean losing contact with my friends is just gonna be such a big change because I've been able to pretty much non-stop talk with them and call with them up to this point. So yeah, that's definitely the thing I'm most bummed out about when it comes to going abroad. Um, and I mean, I'm sure we'll be able to call at least a little bit here and there, but it definitely will not be the same. It's definitely going to be considerably less frequent and just going to have to be something to deal with. I mean, at least obviously this isn't a permanent thing, and I'll be back eventually, but it's 4 months is still a long time. One other thing too that's like I've found so interesting about it is like whenever I call with my friends, like I will be able to talk about stuff while I'm doing speedruns like super easily. Like I'll just be doing practice runs or normal runs and just cranking them out like no difficulty. But then whenever it comes to doing these commentaries, I just feel like a complete buffoon who has like I constantly is getting distracted. And like maybe it's because I'm trying to I don't know honestly. Because it's like yeah, I'm focusing on trying to ooh, 4 obsidian. Actually pretty nice. I mean obviously like with practice runs I'm trying a little harder to like actually tell stories and stuff, but at the same time like I tell plenty of stories when it comes to calls with my friends and it's just like comes so naturally. But then the second it's for these commentaries I just get super oh this leaf of course. And I just sometimes struggle to come up with stuff to say or stay focused when I'm trying to like concentrate on not throwing the run. And I really I don't know why that's such a difference. I mean obviously there's like a certain amount of just like comfort and like kind of just the usual vibe of being in a call with friends where it's just like I'm so used to it, like that type of talking while news runs and trying to be like a little more entertaining, I guess is a way to put it. But like at the same time I've been trying to have these be very like reminiscent of just telling stories and stuff and talking about things going on in my life just like I would in a call, and it just still feels very different. So I don't know why that really is. I don't yeah. I think this bastion it shouldn't be that far, but the terrain is just looking quite annoying. I hope it's not too ridiculously noticeable how tired I am. I mean, I honestly haven't felt like super tired until more recently, but I think just now that I'm kind of done packing and am kind of ready to go to bed, as soon as this run is done, that's kind of what's doing me in. Is like the expectation of, oh, it's about time to sleep, kind of thing. So yeah, I definitely will be sleeping well today. I already see the bastion. Why am I lagging? What is that? Hello? Okay. Yeah, one thing about this run that's not ideal is my food situation is not that great. I wish I had more hay bales or like had gotten emeralds to be able to trade for food or something. But the one good thing is I did get 3 gaps from the temple. So those will make quite the difference if I do end up running out of bread. I probably will just, oh yeah, they're just perfectly positioned for me. I also have rotten flesh and an emergency, so I've got options. Of course I only get 2, but oh well. yeah, one thing that also has come up since so the one thing that's kind of been interesting as we've approached the time of me going abroad is that there's just been a lot of stuff that isn't like doesn't happen as early as I expected it to. So like for example, class like my class schedule that won't be set up until I've arrived. Like I know what classes I'm gonna have, those are confirmed, but the schedule of like when I'll actually have those classes throughout the day has not been discussed at all. Like I don't know what the usual times are. I'm assuming it's pretty similar, where it's like, you know, kind of morning into like early afternoon is the usual. But it's like at my college, I usually wouldn't have like Sunday. I usually wouldn't have like Friday classes, for example. And it's like I don't know if that's going to be the same when it comes to going abroad. I don't know if the schedule's gonna like be different for a lot of students or what. And one other thing is like the housing accommodations, like information about that comes a lot later. So like I only a couple days ago finally got information about like what my living situation would be, and I also finally got contact with my roommate. And honestly, so far they seem pretty cool. They're a year younger than me, so they're 20, which I mean doesn't really matter, but what's really cool is that like we're both into hiking. It's like one of the first things that we were talking about and we're able to connect on. So hopefully when we're in Italy we can just go crazy on the trails and just, you know, and or even other countries. I mean the thing is with going abroad, like I think one big thing is just we're probably going to kind of form a group naturally who does a lot of traveling, and we'll probably just kind of have to, or you know, like whatever that group does is kind of what a lot of the students will follow with and do. So I don't know if other students are going to be as into hiking versus doing like more, you know, like gift shopping, kind of just going to different, like, I don't know, like fairs and stuff. I don't even know. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but like, I have a feeling that people will be less inclined to do like hiking type things compared to like other more social activities, which I mean, to be fair, makes sense because like trying to get immersed in the culture. But I would definitely not mind doing some like hiking stuff or different activities like that, just because it's something I'm very familiar and used to at home. And speaking of, I went on a hike this morning, or no, not this morning, yesterday morning. Because I've been up the entire time, it feels like it was this morning. But I went with my parents to this hike called the Frenchman, and it basically goes. It's only 4 mile round trip, but it's like a really steep hike, and it just goes to the top of this mountain that has like a really sick view of the area, and that was I mean it was really annoying because we wanted to go in the sunrise, so like we're up at 3:30 a.m., which wasn't ideal. But it was still really nice to kind of get that last hike in with my parents before I go, and it's also just one that I've heard about before and wanted to go on. So, but it was kind of cool because uh, we we were getting pretty close to the top and realized like, oh shoot, we might not make it. And we literally ended up making it to the top to see the sunrise like a minute before. Like it literally within the minute that we made it to the top and were barely able to see the sunrise. I'm not 100% sure. It's either this way or to the left though. I mean, it has to be off of what I just did. But yeah, so it's just been a lot of stuff like that, and just like there's just been a lot of things that I've been thinking about where it's like, wow, that's the last time I will be doing this for a while. Like I got back from having dinner with my grandparents tonight, for the last time, and because they're very involved in my life, and like it was the last time I was gonna see my grandparents before I left, and also like when I got back, that's probably, well, I did end up going to Vaughn's after to grab a couple things, but those like last times are probably gonna be the last time I drive for the next few months. Granted, my cousin is into like older cars, and recently he got a stick shift. So I recently went with him and did just like a little half-hour crash course with him on stick shift. So if there is ever a situation where we need to drive for some reason, like I potentially can be the one to do that, but I think the odds of that are pretty low, just with the availability of like Uber, taxi, and just public transit in general. I mean, because we're going to be using trains a lot. Buses will be a lot more available than in America. So it's pretty unlikely that I'll end up driving while abroad, but it is still possible. But it'll at least be my last time driving in the car I usually use, which is a minivan. So, just a lot of things like that where it's like, wow, this is the last time I'll be doing this for a good while. And then tonight will be my last call with my friends for at least a little while. I mean, I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna try to call them as much as I can. I'm really hoping that I can call more than I'm expecting, but I mean, the sad reality is that it probably will not happen as much as I would like. Also, the trades on this room are just abysmal. Oh my lord. 14, I mean, honestly, I was not paying that much attention. I'm kind of zoned out for this run, but I should have traded this. Actually, some dudes here. I might think about. Nah, I'm just gonna send it. Surely I don't have 3 breaks and have a disaster of a run. Oh, I almost went to Pearl there. Okay. Please, please tell me that I am not obnoxiously far from the stronghold. That's actually, considering the enter pace on this is actually a pretty good run. So I was entering at what? 7:30? So 10-minute nether? Not bad at all. Alright, please, please don't be ridiculous. Negative 70.7. Okay. I mean, it's not incredible, but it's still like a 1.3 or something around that. I will absolutely take that, as long as it's not like, you know, one or less, or even like 1 I'd be chill with. This should be a sub 30. If the ocean continues, I could also see sub 25 maybe, but I definitely would not count on that. But if I don't do anything stupid, this hopefully should be a pretty good last run for. And what that does mean is, from your guys' perspective, tomorrow will be the first commentary once I'm back. Like, literally, it'll be back-to-back days, which is kind of cool. It'll kind of be funny, like, the previous days is just me being super tired before going to Italy, and then the other one will probably be being back and, like, being super excited with a bunch of stories. So that'll be really cool. Seeing that difference. I'm definitely gonna have to rewatch at least this one. I think I'm gonna probably come back and rewatch a couple, like, or possibly all of the commentaries I've done on the last few runs, and just kind of see like how different it is, if anything's like changed in the time I was gone. Yeah, that'll be pretty interesting. That is not the angle change I was looking for. And I still have a good like couple hundred blocks, but I was hoping it would go a little more to the left. In fact, I'm surprised it went more to the right than originally. I thought it was going like too much of a right angle. But alas. Honestly, if I crank, I mean, I can't pearl is the biggest issue also, and like so many mobs. Relax. But if I crank and just get lucky with the stronghold, there's a chance at the sub 25 still, even though it's not ocean anymore. But I mean, it's definitely gonna have to be pretty lucky. I'm gonna have to play it well, but there's not zero chance. I'm sorry about the yawning. It's actually bad, like so bad. Yeah, I am literally like right after this just going to the bathroom and immediately going to bed. There's nothing happening in between. But it does mean that I should have absolutely no issues sleeping through the day and making sure that I'm at least semi well rested for the flights. Yeah, oh my god, I haven't talked about that at all. The flights are ridiculous. I only actually like re-looked at my itinerary a couple days ago, and I'm not gonna go into the destinations, but like it's a little bit out of the way. The first flight is an hour and a half, which is, you know, chill, and then it's a 7-hour layover. Like, that's just sick. Love that. Love having to sit in an airport for 7 hours. Then it's a 10-hour flight. After that, then it's an hour and a half layover, and then one last hour and a half flight. That's like, I think in total that's like 21 hours just for the flights and layovers. That's not including the extra, like, you know, 2 hours. I have to be there early, the time to drive, the and also like all this stuff when I arrive, because we're gonna have travel time to get to like our orientation hotel and stuff. Like, it's gonna be a long couple days. But once we're acclimated, I'm sure it'll be really good. I do think my mediocre navs are probably through sub 25. Almost definitely. Ah yes, F1. What a useful thing to do in a speedrun. Honestly, for a last run, being this sleep deprived, assuming I don't like... Actually, I literally have an extra bed. I'm just gonna play it safe just because I'm sleep deprived and definitely am more likely to do something real stupid. I have 2 spikes. There's... I mean, again, it's really unlikely, but maybe. The last 4 runs have all been 8 for 12 with 1 8 for 13. That's actually so lucky. Like, what is with that? I shouldn't be getting that lucky. And I had 0 eye breaks as well, and like 7 throws is my guess. 8, of course. 0 for 8. Pretty solid though. Wait, I hear lava. I would not mind more food. Or pearls, I guess. The one time I don't need pearls. I mean, extra pearls is... It actually might be sub 25. Oh. The dragon works with me here. Then I might be able to sub 25 for the last run. That would be so sick. think I have just enough wood to get by here. Please perch in a reasonable amount of time and don't be ridiculous. Wait. Have I been 100%ing? I wasn't even paying attention until that last crystal. Oh. That would have been so cool to hit the 100% crystals for the last one. Dang it. The thing is too, I have literally like 2 extra arrows beyond 10. In fact, if I somehow fail to kill the dragon, definitely will be in a little bit of trouble. I don't foresee somehow failing here. I mean, sub 26, I will gladly take that. Alright, well, that's that. That run felt so fast. I just, yeah, that was just a really clean run. I mean, the stronghold nav was iffy, but that being said, I will see you all on the flip side of me getting back from Italy, and thank you all for sticking around again. Sorry I was so out of it for this run, being sleep deprived, but I really wanted to do a commentary on the last one, just because they're pretty fun, and you know, it's the last run before I'm gone. It just felt wrong that I was doing like commentaries on other ones, but not like the literal last ones. So anyway, good run to end it on, and I will see you guys tomorrow. But for me, obviously 4 months, so I'll have to see how different it is. See you tomorrow.